Hello Libra, welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to start by pulling an overall energy for you from my Animal Tarot deck. Okay, and so we get the Spider Spirit. Yeah, it's really interesting. This Make Your Dreams Real. So this is really reflecting a recent shift in the collective energy that I've felt. It's also showing up in the reading. So my daughter and I are both doing the zodiacs. I'm kind of about halfway through and she's at the beginning, so we're just kind of looping them like that. But her and I share a channel, you know, we're in the same lineage, we're here on soul mission together, so we're just kind of picking up on the same energies, we're in the same part of that wave. So what we're seeing is this kind of creation energy coming in throughout the last couple readings that we've both done. Okay, so here it is again. It's really fun to track the collective energies through the different signs, through the different elements and how they express. Okay, so Spider Spirit, let's see what we get through the tarot. What else this wants to say. I'm already getting a few things from the images. Wow, okay. So Nine of Earth and the Emperor. So here it is again. It's like this empowerment. We're at this point right now in the collective, and it's definitely showing up for you where it's like we've reached this certain level where we're in our sovereignty. We're in our sovereignty. You're in your sovereignty. You're in your power. What I'm really noticing about this card is like these two beads and how, you know, they're different. They're different from each other. And they're balancing, like she's working both of them to build her web. She's working both of them. And that's what real empowerment is. That's when we can come into our center, when we've found that balance between our polarities. There's nothing that's hidden anymore. We're not like, you know, way over here in our light or way over here in our dark. We've woven them together. We've knit this web out of our own self-knowing. I'm saying our, but this is for you. It's collective energies, but this is how it's translating specifically for you. So let me say you. But you've built this web around yourself, and see here it's around her too, that's holding her. The web is made of you. The web is made of your own self-knowing and your own self-worth, your own self-understanding. Well, it's interesting because this is very Libra, right? You know how to take care of yourself. You know how to keep everything in balance, because only when everything is balanced can that empowerment come where you can really move forward and create. And you instinctively know that. Like that's just part of your makeup. That's part of who you are with the air, the cardinal air energies. You know how to bring things forward. You know how to keep things in balance. You know how to tend to things. That's one of your main gifts. Okay. What's interesting though is it's not just a gift that you have naturally that makes your life easier. It's also literally the transmission that you're putting out into the world to benefit others. It's like you carry this so inherently and so naturally within yourself that you automatically gift the world that just through your mere existence, your way of being in the world. So I feel like there's more messages that are going to come out with this specific to you, but the one that's really shining itself right now is that, again, your way of being, your contribution, your energetic signature transmitting out into the world is very, very important. Okay, so let's see what else we get here, what else this wants to say. So beautiful. Okay, yeah, Ace of Cups, and this card came out, yeah, kind of hidden, but here it is, the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so there it is again. It's like the Three of Pentacles is the soul group card, the soul mission card, that we're all working together. So this to me is highlighting sort of that same message that I was just saying, that like you're such a pure channel for that which you're a pure channel for, which is that balance and that steadiness, that that like holding that sacred space where it's like you know how to work all the pieces in your environment or in your day or in your social circles so that they're all just kind of held. Again, it's this spider energy where they're all just, you know, kind of held, where those in your soul group it's almost like that's your piece. And maybe this is coming up right now because this is something that you're being asked to identify or be cognizant of right now, or just to kind of honor yourself for your piece, because you doing what you do assists your soul family or just, you know, the rest of humanity who has a different piece. It's just highlighting that your piece is very much a part of the whole. Coming out with this Ace of Cups, to me, what this is speaking of is this very, very pure channel, that it's highlighting the pure channel that you're able to access This is so beautiful that you're able to access because of this container that you inherently know how to weave, again, in your environment, in yourself, in your body ecosystem, your social ecosystem, your town, your neighborhood. Like, you just know how to do this, okay? Because of that, you're able to it's not just channel through, it's like you're able to hold that higher vibration because you know how to create the container. Again, this is someone who's good on her own. She has everything that she needs. You know how to take care of yourself. You know how to create that container. And what happens when you create that container is you become a channel for these higher energies. Now, it doesn't even need to be something that you're cognizant of. It can just be literally who you are and the energy that you're surrounded in and with based on who you are. So this energy comes in and emanates. Now, this card for me today in this reading is like the transmitter, like the transmission. Okay, so you have that container set. The higher energy can flow in naturally for you, and then you transmit it whether you know it or not. So maybe this message is just an observation of you. I had a reading like this for Cancer where I was just observing what the element of water as a cardinal sign is doing for the collective, and that's kind of what this is as well. What the element of air as a cardinal sign is doing for the collective, because the cardinal signs were, you know, I say we're because I'm a Capricorn, but you're leading the way. You're kind of forging the way. There's a lot of transmissions that come through. Okay, so here it is again. This is your transmission. You're transmitting this higher frequency energy by nature of who you are, by knowing how to inherently set the backdrop for this kind of sovereignty to receive this. You receive it, but then you transmit it. Whether you know it or not, know it now. You transmit this purity, and it's so important. You just vibrate, you just walk around and you transmit God codes. Because that's the blessing for the lesson of Libra for humanity. When we're in balance, again, it's just, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's like, you know, the lesson for everybody else. If you're not a Libra and you're listening to this, if you're a cross-watcher or whatever, but it's like when we are in balance, and this is what stood out to me today, just intuitively. When we're in balance, that's when we have a container. That's when we're able to be a pure vessel for these higher energies, and we're a pure vessel for these higher energies, and we have them anchored in our bodies, then we're able to transmit them, and we contribute to the whole, and it's so freaking beautiful. All right, I'm gonna get more cards. Okay, Two of Swords. Yeah, and this to me is indicating, again, it's a two, so it's another card of like kind of choice and balance. But what this is indicating to me right now with a moon right here, and what is that? Okay, these are birds. Okay, so in this case, all right, there might be a couple messages here, but I'm just going to go with the first one that I was picking up on. Like, she's blindfolded, she has her sword, she's doing a dance, but she doesn't need to even know what she's doing. So this is kind of just saying, again, it's like, this is inherently who you are. Like, you just know how to do this. And again, you might not know that you're doing this, but it's very much connected to the I'm stuttering, the natural way that you are. You intuitively, you instinctively, it's just your nature to know how to maneuver. So I feel like this is just highlighting, like, you might not realize that you're doing this. So this might just be that might kind of be the point of this message, but let's keep going. Actually, I'm going to use this deck again, my Wizard's deck. Okay. All right. Okay, so you get the two of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So let me just look at these a minute. Yeah, it's kind of it's interesting. Okay, so it's almost like the Two of Wands. There's something. Now it's becoming more personal. Okay, that was sort of like the backdrop of you. But in this moment, recently in your life, you might be having like new inspirations, new ideas, new desires, new. Like, look at his face. He's like, oh, maybe I could do this. You know, it's like he's kind of, in a sense, you know, just starting to have some sort of new spark, like a spark of something new. Okay, and the new is important because I feel like the reason why we went into all this of like, hey, this is your natural way, and you know, is just to, as a reminder, as you start off on something new, you might kind of be like, well, well, I don't know what I'm doing, because I feel like this is really, really new. I feel like you've reached, and this is what I'm seeing in the collective energies as well. It's like we've been in a certain phase in our ascension journey, or in our human journey, our incarnation journey, where we've been doing a lot of, just sort of awakening and karmic cleanup and collective cleanup, and something has shifted. Just, it's been shifting, but just in the last few days it feels like, and that's what I was talking about with this creator energy that my daughter and I are finding coming up in these readings. It's like we're in a new phase now, where we're kind of done with all that cleanup, and we're at this point where we're starting to create. So this is a creation card. This is Two of Wands. So it's, again, that spark of creative energy. It's like a second chakra type of card. So there's something, so what is my point? Okay, so it's very, very new. It's not just, oh, you're starting a new phase, or you're starting a new job, or you're having a new relationship. No, this is like you've crossed a certain threshold in your journey, and you're in this incarnation, and now it's like the playing field is completely different. It's completely different. And so when we're in that space of, wow, it's like infinite potential. It's like this card can be like infinite potential. You have like so much available to you. You almost don't really know what to do with it. Okay, so I think the habit, in the past, and the old energy that we've graduated from, that we're graduating from, there could be a tendency of like, well, I don't really know how to do that, so I'll just kind of wait. I'll wait for it to like percolate some more. But that's not where we're at right now. And again, I'm kind of having trouble with my words, because it's such a new energy that I don't want to say it wrong. I don't want to say it in the old energy. So let me just try again. Okay, it's not just a new thing in the old. There, I just did. It's not just a new thing in the old energy. It's an absolutely new energy. Okay, so I think you get what I'm saying. But again, it's like it's just so potent. It's so potent. I want to do it justice with my words. Okay. So brand new, never done before, and don't hear that in the old energy, hear it in the new energy. Brand new, never done before, the cutting edge of consciousness. Okay, so there's an energy of is there an energy of how do I do it? I don't even know if we've gotten to that point yet of how do I do it. It's almost like, the baby has been birthed, and we're holding it, and we're just in that like sacred moment of holding that which has been birthed. Maybe that's a good way to say it. There's all this potential, but the card that it's coming out with is the Queen of Cups. So this reminds me of the energy of what we were talking about before. Like she's just inherently doing what she does. So it's kind of similar to this and what I was saying before. You're inherently doing what you do, and that's all you have to continue to do. Okay, I think I got that out. I think that was the point I was trying to make. It's like, this might feel like a task. This might feel like a choice. This might feel like, like it could be a hurdle because it's so new, but it's really not, because it's so connected to the nature of who you are. It's just the natural byproduct of what births from you being you when there's nothing in the way. So all of the karmic cleanup, all of the just sort of like, maybe like kind of this energy too, like walking around in the dark. It's like, yeah, you're walking around in the dark, and you're always doing exactly what you need to do. But before, we were kind of veiled. We weren't really seeing. It's like the veils are off now, and we're really present. We're really present with our own energy signature. It's like we've taken off the masks. You've taken off the masks. You've taken off the you've cleared the karmic contracts, all this stuff. And so now you're just in your own natural energy, your own natural transmission. And so whatever this is that's birthing for you is going to birth naturally and inherently. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to be in any of the old energy. It's just going to flow right through you naturally. Because it's who you are. Like, we get to be who we are at this phase in the game. And who you are, is exactly perfect for what you came here to do. That's the new energy. That's this birthing energy. There's no more of that striving and trying and wondering and failing. It's like we get to just flow from our natures. Wow. And I'm seeing this really, really strong in your reading right now, because the energies are always progressing a little bit each day. So each new sign that we get to is a little bit further along in this energy. Okay, yeah, and there's a quickening. This is the Knight of Wands, so there's a quickening happening. That's kind of what I was just saying. It's like the energy keeps moving forward more and more and more and more. Okay, and we don't need to. This card kind of reminds me of the Fox card in the Animal Oracle deck, where it's like think on your feet. It's like things are speeding up. Think on your feet. And again, these projects, this inspiration, this soul spark, this soul mission, that which you came here to do is going to naturally flow through you because of who you naturally are. And even if it's fast, just trust that you're going to be guided. I guess it's guided. Guided is the right word, but it's like, again, it's kind of more natural than that, and that's what was coming up yesterday too. It's like as natural as the sunrise, because it's just who you are. I'm gonna get another animal. How long did I talk for? 15 minutes. Okay, this might be the wrap up. Let's see what this card is and where it wants to go, if it wants to say more. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we get bat spirit. A rebirth is assured. Okay, yeah, so this is like a whole new life for you, a whole new way of being. And again, what was coming up with this energy, it can feel brand new, and because it's so brand new, it can also feel like a death. And again, it's like not to worry, because it's going to flow through you, but just to allow that which is no longer in service, to allow all that old, to allow everything that was true up until this point that all of a sudden isn't, like a spark, it's just not relevant anymore. Just let it kind of flow through you. Let yourself birth and let that fall away, and just trust. Again, a rebirth is assured. This is happening. And again, I can't stress enough how brand new this energy is, and how much we're on the cutting edge of truly living our soul signature and truly living from the divine blueprint that we came in with to live. Like, this is where humanity is at right now, and those of us on the cutting edge. And if you're listening to these readings, then you're at least on you're on the edge that I'm at. I don't know that I'm on the cutting edge, but we're on a cutting edge. Okay, we're birthing this first for humanity. Every one of us that comes into this energy that gets clicked on, that spark gets clicked on. Where is he? We've done enough work. Where's my guy? Oh my gosh. Well, the one, the guy that was, there he is. Okay. The spark clicks on because we've done enough work. We've been in the oven long enough. It's just done. Okay. It clicks. And because of that, the rebirth happens. This is the next phase. So I'm really excited for all of us. I'm excited to see what your next reading is, actually. Yeah, because it's like we're starting this whole new thing. So anyway, I hope that reading was helpful to you. I'd love to hear if it is. And thank you for joining me. And I'll see you next time if I do. Okay, much love. Bye-bye.